How's it going? And welcome back to another episode of Geek Era Podcast. And we have very special guests with us. But before that, our co-host for the time being, want to introduce yourself, man?
Hello, I am What If Universe. I'm the co-host for the time being. Who knows how long this might last? Maybe a season, maybe the end of the year. Who will know? But I am here with a guest. We're going to be talking about a pretty fun anime, actually, and I'll let her introduce herself.
Hi, I'm the owner of this podcast, Outcast Rae.
Nice. I am being dominated here.
I'm being nominated as the one that started the podcast. Now, if you can pronounce the name, if you can pronounce the name of the podcast correctly, you can get full control.
Be right back. I'm gonna Google it first.
I gotta look up what this podcast name.
And this is how we get the edge on people. We've had so many people that have come on the podcast, and they always get the name of the podcast wrong.
Okay, so I would read it as Geek Era, but it's probably wrong.
Geek Era.
Geek Era.
Era Era is Irish for Ireland.
I see.
And we're here to talk about it was a very popular show in the last season, which is All Routes Lead to Doom. But before that, we're going to talk about some news that came out recently. What if you want to bring up this topic?
Yeah. Let's see. I need to scroll and find it. Oh, we're talking about the J-list thing, correct?
Yeah.
Alright. Just wanted to make sure. So apparently J-list basically released a Doujins circle release for audio collection things for voice actresses farts. Wait, why am I reading this? I wasn't told I was going to read this, but okay. So apparently last day I've been trying to figure out my best way to represent this piece of news on Japan. Finally, after such much time soul searching, I decided this best way was just to present this to you straight, unfiltered, so you can decide for yourself how you feel about this. Well then, okay. Thank you. Brian, you're really making me think about what humanity's going through with the current crisis, and this is what's happening.
It's always about the most important things, like fart fetishes.
I have no words. I'm in shock.
What are your?
There's a market, but that's it.
What are your feelings towards this, guys?
Like I said, I have no words.
Money.
I mean, I guess they can make money. Yeah.
I'm gonna tweet out this link, by the way.
These Doujin circles, they've lost probably a lot of money. The fact that Comic Cat wasn't running this year, and
are
they had an online.
Free? Can I just use it for a video and just buy it?
So, what if? What are the types of farts that are mentioned in this?
Like, do I have? Nah. Nah, I'm not reading this. I didn't sign up for this Geek Era. Someone's gotta use this and take it out of context.
Okay, I'll read up the ones. So, on the album that the Doujin Circle is producing, it's a toot to get things started, a clenched fart, a farting in a sack, a farting in a bathtub, and resisting the urge to fart while masturbating. What do you guys think about this? Do you think there's a market for it?
Yeah.
Maybe they're pretending there's a market so people buy it so they can check it out.
Nah, haven't you guys seen like? Never mind.
So that's kind of the fun, interesting news. There's a lot of doom and gloom in this world, and at least, a bit of positive news. People are being very, coming up with new solutions for a lot of different things. But I want to know, is it actually in a bathtub or is it a simulated bathtub?
I don't know. I mean, we have the technology to simulate it. How would you get the microphone there without damaging it?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I'm asking the real questions here. Like, did they spend so much money for expensive underwater microphone? Like, did they do it in a pool, or is it a real bathtub? Like, we don't know. Was it outside of it? We'll never know.
But for people that are interested in this type of thing, we'll include a link for people that want to actually buy it. But on to the main topic, we're going to be talking about All Routes Lead to Doom.
Yes, I guess we can talk about this now. Oh, man.
So, Katrina is a spoiled rich kid.
You mean Katarina? Do you even not know
Katarina.
main MC character's name?
See, what is her actual name? That is actually something in there, because that's not her actual name. Katarina is what her name is in the new world. What is her actual original name?
Batman.
It doesn't matter.
It's in episode 5.
So Katarina gets a bump on the head when she's 7 years of age and gets the memories of her previous life as a 17-year-old otaku. With that, she remembers that she was addicted to otome games, and she's kind of in this otome format. Just like with Doki Doki Literature Club or any of those type of light novel type of games, each route goes down a different path. And her job, basically, because she's supposed to be the villain, she has to try to figure out a way to prevent her own death. So what did you guys think about the show?
I think that my major issue with the show is that it's very slow. Like, I think once you get past the first 3 episodes, it gets better with pacing, but it feels really slow. Like, because once you reach episode 4, they still recap the changes that happened anyways, compared to the game to what actually happened, you know?
What do you think?
I think it's a fun isekai concept.
Yeah, I think I like the cast of all the characters. Like, I think once you get towards like episode 7, that's when you get more of like a psychological aspect to it, which I actually liked. And from like 7 forward, like, I really enjoyed it more because you kind of know more what's actually happening versus the first episode. It explains, oh, I was just brought back to life, but it's a lot more interesting when you get a little further into the show, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, definitely. For just like with most harem shows, what was everyone's favorite character in it?
favorite character? I'm really bad with names, but best boy is the student council president.
Dang, that guy's scary though.
Oh,
He's
you
so
have some dark
cool.
taste.
If not him, then the white-haired girl's brother.
See,
Okay.
I was gonna go with the fiance's brother for best boy. My favorite episode has to be where they all get sucked into the book and they all live out their fantasies. And it's just
Yeah.
like the fiance's brother is just like, what? I just wanted to play the piano. Like, best love ever. It's just like, that was the most nonchalant way ever. All right, best waifu, guys.
Let's see.
The girl with the white hair.
Yeah, I'm in your boat. I'm definitely Team Mary.
I think the heroine's a really likable character, honestly.
Oh yeah, but who is she best to ship with?
Katarina. That's what I want.
So Katarina is shipped with Katarina.
Katarina's not the heroine.
Yeah, Katarina's not the heroine.
Oh,
Did you
yeah.
watch the show, Geek?
Yes, I did.
It sounds like you haven't.
Katarina. I'm on my 5th glass of wine.
That's probably why.
It's also
That
box
makes
one.
sense. Oh man.
Hey, it's close to 11 o'clock tonight in Irish times.
It's only
I
2
think
p.m.
what I
don't
like
know
is
what's that
that-
one about.
What I like is that this isekai has a puzzle to it. It's like, how would like Katarina solve this actually without raising all the doom flags, you know? Like that's what keeps me engaged with it versus other isekais.
It's also one of the few isekais where it actually deals with life beforehand as well.
Yeah, that's true. It does. Usually they just kind of forget after a while, even if the original goal was to go back. And this one's not trying to go back. She's just using her previous self a lot more.
Yeah, like she knows that she's dead, but like she's like, oh yeah, this is the thing. But it actually does touch at least bits and pieces throughout it. It's like, yeah, this is what my life was like beforehand, where most other isekais are just like, oh yeah, I'm in another world. Okay,
Yeah.
now let's forget that I'm in another world and just continue out with the rest of the story.
Am I allowed to give spoilers and stuff?
You can.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, because you know how when she goes back into like her original world,
Mm-hmm.
and like she's like, no, this isn't my world anymore. So it's not like she's just trying to go back the whole time, because she's already found like a home in her new place.
Yeah, but I think that's one of the saving graces, and that's actually kind of one of the reasons why I was kind of quite shocked of. I know everyone's talking about RE0 at the moment. I was kind of shocked about this week's episode, where it's just like, oh, he actually dealt with, the fact that he's from another world. They don't usually do that in isekais, which is quite interesting. I like the fact that like they go back, and even if it's not actually going back, but mentally dealing with the fact that they're in another world, they can't get back, or they died, and this is another world for them. Who is your least liked character in it?
I think the I think it's kind of hard to pick, but I would
I'm
say
leaning between two as well.
yeah. I think it's funny. Like I would pick Katarina in some elements, but she gets better as you get through the show.
hmm
Do kid characters count as separate characters? What are the rules to this, actually?
So you didn't like Katarina as a kid, but you
That's
liked
what I'm
her as
saying.
an adult.
Yeah, because I think her character was a lot better written. That's what I'm trying to say, because remember, she's a reincarnation, so she doesn't act kind of right. It's a little off at points, at least in my opinion.
Well, the whole point is
It gets
that, yeah,
weird.
she was reincarnated, but she gets those memories back after the whack to the head.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's weird for me when you get flashbacks to those segments or whatever.
I was leaning between the brother
I think the
character.
brother's a nice rival
'cause-
type of character, though. Like, I kind
I
of
don't
like
know.
him.
I'm not a fan of like incest.
So you weren't a fan of
I
No
thought,
Game, No
oh,
Life?
you mean her brother, not the other dude. Not the brother of the...
No, I said that guy was like my favorite. Why would I all of a sudden be like, he's the
Oh,
worst?
you mean Katarina's actual brother?
Yeah.
Because there's two different brothers and I got them confused. Which is my
There's like
bad.
3 different brothers actually.
This
It's not really incest.
Wait a second.
It's
4
an
different,
adopted
really.
brother. Adopted brother.
I
That
know,
is
but like you
true,
still
and
like
also
grew up with that person.
I do think that is weird, yeah.
True. Like, I only actually
That's like
found
the thing
out...
with, like, my stepmom's my adopted mother, so it's okay. What are you doing in my room?
Yeah, that does make sense.
For me, I like absolutely hated those antagonists that they had in it. The bitchy 3 girls.
Oh, are we including those? I thought we were talking main cast.
Oh no, just in general.
Honestly,
What?
the heroine's mother is totally underrated character though.
You think so?
The heroine's mother is
Mhm.
best girl to me.
Honestly.
That's who I pick. Now that
We're
I'm
gonna
thinking
title
about
this
it.
episode "My Co-hosts Enjoy MILFs."
I mean, that's gonna be weird now, considering Outcast Rae is actually a mom. This is getting weird.
What?
Weren't you? That's in your
No.
bio. Are you not? Oh, you're not serious with that.
What? I've never even said I'm a
I
mom.
thought it's in your Twitter bio.
Ever. I
Or is
said,
that something
Mom,
else?
I think I've become a YouTuber.
Oh, I read that wrong. Wait a. Oh yeah, it does say that. Whoops. You see, this is why I can't do subbed anime, because I can't read things properly. That is completely accurate.
But it comes down to it. All right, or at the final question: would you guys recommend the show to people?
Maybe if you start from episode 4, then yes.
No, the kid part's really cute though.
My issue is the pacing. That's my problem with it. Otherwise, the show's fine. Like that's my.
I think
flaw with it.
we're missing a deep meaning here. I think What If doesn't like it because of the snakes.
I think it's the heroine. If Katarina, if there's a dad character in season 2, that's gonna be weird. Because would that happen with this type of show? Probably. That's gonna get weird. Yeah.
If
Now I
what?
think about that. There's like that older character just shows up. I don't know. That get weird, like I said.
Oh, it's like the Sailor Moon type of trope where the guy is like 8 years older than the main cast.
That's what I'm saying. I think if that happens, I might drop the show. That might get too weird.
Yeah, and Peter Bear appears in the background.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen season 2. It's like there's this king guy who's like a secret unlockable character that nobody knew about. It's like, you know what?
No one wants to unlock the character.
And Carrie is like, you know what? Why don't we just kill this person? I already have enough 2 people on my hands. That'd be funny.
I'll continue with it, and I know my friend Sophia loves the show, so if anything, I'll probably try and watch it with her.
Yeah, well, it seems that definitely recommend it to people. I definitely would recommend it. I have my favorite character. My character is Mary, the white-haired girl. She is best waifu. She has the dominance in that episode where they all get stuck in the storybook.
Mm-hmm.
Does she? I thought it's the other girl that's more like that.
The other one tries to do it and fails most of the time. This is like her trying to get attention. But Mary is the one that's like
her when she gets in the book.
Yeah. that whole sequence is like she goes the whole dominance route. It's like, yes, you go, Mary. You get your waifu.
I always think that's funny considering how shy she is, but in what her actual desire is far more different.
I mean, she is a book reader.
You'll read this book or else.
You know she writes those fanfics.
Exactly.
But like that whole 1R thing is just like the biggest sort of trope that I have in romance. It's just like trying to do this while I'm after having 5 or 6 glasses of wine. Probably not the best idea. But yeah, I definitely would recommend All Roots to Lead the Doom. So this is the part of the podcast. If you guys want to pimp out your channels, it's the best time.
Yeah.
Do I just talk about my channel here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I am Outcast Rae. You should go follow my Twitter because I'm more funny on Twitter than YouTube. And my pinned tweet, if I get 420 likes, I'll make an OnlyFans. If that's an incentive.
Congratulations.
I'm 20, just so FYI.
Congratulations, it's also legal. If it wasn't legal, then I would be questioning why you would be making it. I mean, there's cosplayers there, I guess, but then again, it's also weird, honestly.
What if you want to pimp out your channel? You're the co-host.
Shout out to my friend Ita Berry.
Yeah. I have a Twitter, though. That exists. I also got a main channel, What If Universe. I do what if scenarios related to animus and stuff like that. I also have a second channel where I do podcasting, and I also have an Instagram, and yeah, it's good enough. I don't know. We'll go with that.
Yeah, and we'll call that the end of the episode since
hey, do you like comedy? Do you like when people sometimes talk about what they jack off to? Well, maybe you should listen to Dead Rat Pizza. Dead Rat Pizza is a podcast where you can listen to comedy and things that we jack off to. Sometimes we talk about video games. Sometimes I have my friend Ryan on here. Say hi, Ryan.
No.
But we're always talking about what we jack off to, because that's Dead Rat Pizza. Dead Rat Pizza is a podcast on the internet. You can go to deadratpizza.com and download your dead pizza rats. You could go to iTunes, you could go to Spotify. Sometimes we drink beers, sometimes we do shots, but we always jerk off our dicks.
Yep.
And we tell you what we jerked our dicks off to, because we're the Dead Rat Pizza Podcast. Check us out at deadratpizza.com.